welcome to Unstuck TV, where we have the opportunity to meet with some amazing people who share their stories about how they were stuck in life and what they did to get unstuck. And today I'm with Cheryl Green, my co-host, and an amazing new speaker who had her first chance to speak at Unstuck, Miss Alexa Glazer.
Wow.
Alexa, thank you so much for being here. What was the Unstuck experience like for you?
I have to say it was pretty incredible. That was my first opportunity of getting to speak on a stage in front of a real audience. So the fact that I got to really impact people and kind of move people and have this movement of mine continue on in a broader sense was a really awesome experience. I'm so grateful that I had that opportunity.
That's awesome, and you did such a fabulous job. I know. Thankfully, my parents are with me, but your story really resonated, and it really touched me. Can you tell us a little bit about what happened to you?
Yeah, thank you. So when I was 21 years old, 3.5 years ago, I lost my dad, and I lost him extremely unexpectedly, very quickly, and in the blink of my eyes. And so from that moment on, I really had to learn how life was going through struggles, because prior to that I was very lucky that I hadn't faced any major tribulations yet. So the fact that I went through that, I've really grown as a person and kind of found out who I was as a person as well, found my why in life.
So you've been sharing your message online through videos and Facebook and YouTube, things like that. How much different was it to share it on stage with a live audience?
It was an extremely surreal experience. I'd have to say I thought that my heart was going to fall out of my chest a little bit, sweaty palms, but the experience was honestly out of this world, and you get that speaker's high and that just high of being in front of an audience and then being able to tell my story and try to impact people and help them in some way was an amazing experience.
And we had some professional seasoned speakers as well as a couple new speakers, and you were right there in the mix with some people who are kind of world-renowned speakers like Judy Morio.
Yeah, who've been speaking their entire lives.
And you did awesome, and so you got quite a bit of audience feedback. Tell us what kind of feedback you got afterwards.
Just having feedback in general from people right after was definitely different and interesting, and I felt a little caught off guard at first just because it was a new experience. So yeah, some of the feedback was honestly just so great, in the fact that I was able to connect with people on another level. You were able to connect with people you didn't necessarily think you could have, and I think that's like the one really awesome thing about being able to share your story, is finding that connection with new people and just molding together.
So now you've had a little taste of actually presenting a speech on stage. Is this something you want to pursue as a career?
Absolutely. Hands down.
Bitten by the bug.
Yes.
What is it about speaking that attracts you?
I definitely say, like I said, that speaker's high. Growing up a dancer, I love being on the stage and the adrenaline rush. So speaking really is just another enhancement of that, and I really can't get enough of it. So I can't wait for my next opportunity.
Awesome.
So you were talking about finding out what your why was. What's your why?
My why would have to be living the dream today, because tomorrow's not promised. So with that said, is living the dream to me, it means it's not your end all be all. It's the grind, sacrifice, happiness, small victories, and humility. Those are kind of my 5 components of what I think that is. So my why really is trying to conquer the world. And by conquering the world, I mean making it a better place for everyone. And I know that that's a big dream and a big why to have, but I truly believe I can help get it done.
And speaking is an amazing way to do that, because you have the ability to touch large audiences, and even while you're telling your story, everybody's kind of relating it to their own lives, and they've got their own story going on in their head, but they're still walking away with that message and that kind of chance to, I want to say reform their lives, but reform's not the word. So it's super powerful, and that's a lot of power. There's a Spider-Man quote. Spider-Man quote. No, okay. So what do you think that speaking at Unstuck will do for you?
I really think that it already has helped open doors of just growing as a speaker, number one, getting that opportunity was huge. And it's such a learning process, because I definitely think I was on a little bit of a learning curve, it being my first time. So
Right.
it's amazing that I was able to get that opportunity.
I think life is a learning curve.
Oh, yes. No kidding. But I think that's what's so amazing about it. When you're on that learning curve, that's when the most things happen, I think. So Unstuck definitely gave me that, and like the ability to network and kind of make those connections I was talking about earlier.
And one of the neat things about Unstuck is we get people who show up to support a friend, and they stay for the entire event, and they're just moved by some of the other speakers. So I know that you've had a couple people where that was the case. They were there for other people, and they've commented and reached out to you. And likewise, you had several of your friends that were there that were probably touched by some of the other speakers. What kind of experiences did you have in that area?
Yeah, so having definitely family and friends there was amazing, and having them definitely come for me, obviously, but then have them take away and be able to talk about the conference afterwards was really cool. And because I didn't get to watch everyone, it was amazing to get their feedback, because I got to share the stage with so many other incredible speakers. So that alone was incredible. And then again, connecting on other levels. I had met someone who's now helping me with the book that I'm writing, and building upon that, it was just a really amazing event, in my opinion, and the opinion with everyone that I talked with.
So you said you didn't get to watch everyone,
Right.
but you were there for all of them.
Yeah.
And I only say this because Cheryl has been with me for 4, and this is the first time she's ever seen me speak. So talk to us about that. You're there, but you're not really able to take it all in. How?
Yeah, I would say too, sometimes you're there watching, but you're not actually there.
Yes.
I would say, especially before I actually got to do my speech, like I was in my head like, okay, what am I saying? What am I saying? What am I saying? What am I doing?
Uh-huh.
And it kind of like going through your own notes, and your mind is just in another place, even if your body is physically there. So that is definitely an interesting experience, because at first I was like, oh, this is going to be great. I'm going to learn so much from just getting to watch all these people, and that wasn't necessarily the case. So now it's cool that we kind of get to go back. I can watch everyone and still reach out and maintain a relationship with everyone, even if I didn't get to see them this time in person.
Yeah, I've been accused of that myself. So I'm actually going to put the entire conference online and make it available for download because of that exact reason. The people that were there, it's a lot of information to take in one day.
It is.
And
emotional information. It's not.
yeah, I mean, there's processing that has to take place, and call to action, and things that you want to remember to do in your own life. And now here we are a month away, and what are we implementing? What are we doing? And in my own case, like, I'm watching everything that's going on in the back of the room and focused on everything else that's going on. So I didn't really get to take in the speakers as much as I should. So
you weren't listening to my speech with bated breath?
I was listening to your speech. Actually, I was listening to your speech thinking, how did we get off track? Because you were actually supposed to be after a break.
Uh-huh.
And somehow our MC, who was awesome, by the way, John, great job. But we did have one faux pas in that he started introducing you when we were supposed to be going to break. And so we're like, just roll with it. And you were actually outside, I think.
I was walking into the rotunda, whatever you call the main room, as I heard my introduction, and I threw everything I was holding at my friend, and I bolted in there. But it was actually good in one way, because I didn't have that, minute or so of panic right before you go up on stage. I just had to go right into it. So it was a good thing.
So
that
actually,
being said, don't do it again.
Yeah, I did spend most of your speech reworking the schedules of how we're going to get this one done now that we're a little bit off. So I confess.
It's fair enough.
I don't feel bad though, because you've never been able to watch.
And I actually did get to watch yours, and it was beautifully done.
Thank you. Thank you.
So the no time to think sometimes works for
it's
the
good.
best.
It's good, yeah, because you can't psych yourself out. But no, what you were saying, I mean, you miss so much of it because you're in your head and practicing your speech. And the last Unstuck conference before this, I was second to last. I was third to last this time. And I mean, I missed the whole conference. I was there physically, but my brain was already giving my speech.
So in addition to having it on video, a friend of yours was there to make sure that we got great pictures.
Yes. Yeah. Melanie with US Event Photos. Thank you so much. She's amazing. I that's all I can say. I've never I've never taken a phenomenal picture, and she took a picture of me just using it as practice, just to check her lights and stuff. And it has become my book cover and my headshot and my dating profile and a whole bunch of other things. So anyway, yes, Melanie, thank you. She took some beautiful things. I think some of the photos are going to be showing up in Choices magazine, which is Judy Morio's magazine. So it's getting around.
And you have had plenty of pictures roaming around I've seen.
Yes.
So
Yes. Your friends are beautiful. And going through the video of just the pictures, she totally captured everyone's emotions throughout, which was so cool because, again, they're all such personal stories. So your emotion on stage is a constant roller coaster, and the pictures were captured beautifully.
Yeah.
And the ones at the Step and Repeat banner made it look, it was really like a VIP event photos, and it was really cool.
It was a VIP event. Come on.
Yes.
We're right here.
Just
Talking about us.
We should take a quick break now, so we will be right back with Alexa Glazer. Am I saying that right?
Glazer.
Glazer, close enough.